correct. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Motion man right, that's Pierce. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Now back to throw.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Taylor going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, what's the head coach thinking?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
2nd and 7. Now they'll audible to something else.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. The partner, his offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year. playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated.
And got his man complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Viking 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
He'll drop to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your...
And now off to the races down the right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Now 3rd down and very long. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Back to throw now in his own end zone.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. 2 minutes to play. 1st half. It's 14-0. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
Now 2nd and 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 51 to Mike.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
70 Timberwolves. Panther 11. Panther 11. Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Check. Crouch. Panther 60. Panther 60. Warrior 70.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on 3rd down.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check right, 11, check right, 11. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Top ball 18. Check right, 11.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Across midfield. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Check right, 27. Check right, 27. Let's go, baby. Cougar 19. Let's get that ball. Chance. Go straight.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Go.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
It's a big play there for Atlanta.
And even 40 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Hey, smash. 19 light. Hurry up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Breece Hall from 3 yards out. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
The Colts send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. And bulldozing his way through.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I got you, pump. Shift.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. I'm coming. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike.
2nd and 4. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Check smash, check smash. 3, let's go.
They're going to look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So instead of a 4th down coming up after the incomplete pass, they get a roughing the passer call, and that's going to set them up with a 1st down.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
That one finds Pierce right side.
And they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Now they'll change things up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 9, Mike 9. All day, baby, all day. 9's the Mike, 9's the Mike.
They'll look to throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Go. 70 Timberwolves. Cut 19.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Ingold,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's a 27-10 score now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And now an audible here into something else.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the run, watch the run.
2nd and 5.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Oh, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got one. Check.
Hawk 70. Check, contact.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
So a win here for the Falcons, and it was thanks in part to the play of their 3rd-year quarterback.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for the Falcons, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.